Good morning. Good morning, and welcome to day 22 of 90 days of meditation and transformation. Happy Sunday. It looks like another crystal clear fall day out. So a little late start this morning, and I was fortunate enough to be joined by my dear friend Kathy for a beautiful walk this morning along the river. And she's going to be sitting with us today. And we are going to do a very simple tranquility and insight meditation. So as usual, I'm going to start the timer, and then after the third, I'll get a little bit of instruction, and then we'll have sounds again in 20 minutes. So take in position. If you're in a chair, just move around and sit upright. Likes to settle in some way, and just be of the upright posture. Between your body and the ground. Let the sitting bones root down into the earth. Just settling in. Feeling those places where the leg sense the uplift in the upper body, the spine. Allow shoulders to just drop down the back. It's long and the chin is slightly tucked. And the eyes can be either open or closed. If they're open, just allow the gaze to be slightly downward and about 6 feet in front. Notice the stillness in the eyes. And open out to the sides. Allow your hands to just rest comfortably anywhere. If the hands are resting on the legs, just notice how it feels for the legs to receive the hands. Become aware of the warmth in the hands. Perhaps you can notice tingling in the hands. Any sensations arising, feeling the light moving through. And just sweep through the body, and just scanning to see if there's any places where there's a tensing against being at ease in this moment. And just soften around those areas, but just letting them be as they are, just caring for them. And then from this place of increased awareness and presence, begin to place that loving awareness on your breath. And just following the breath as it comes in the body, noticing where the pause happens, and then the breath leaves the body in an exhale. And check in with the tongue and allow the tongue to be soft without words. And again, notice that thoughts are flowing. And that's perfectly fine. It's okay and natural. But we notice we have followed those thoughts. We gently return our awareness back to the sensation of breathing. We'll meditate for another 12 minutes. And again, just noticing when the mind has been seduced into thoughts of the future, rehashing the past. And just gently bring your awareness back to the sensation of breathing, of kindness, but with the motivation to maintain focus on the breath. So I was able to open up the screen for any questions or answers or comments. This week's theme is humility, and it's such an interesting thing. Like, I don't know that I can talk much about humility because I really don't know what humility is. I have a sense. My friend Kathy is here with me this morning, so I had to look over and kind of laugh at her. um, there's many different ways of looking at humility. And I'll give you a few of my own personal reflections on humility. And I have absolutely do not claim to to understand humility. I really don't. So humility, I know it's. I think it comes from the word humus. I didn't look this up. I read this somewhere at one point. That we're of the earth. Right? We're of humus. Our bodies are of the earth. But as we know, and as we've been talking about with meditation and some of our other spiritual practices, that we are actually not these bodies, and we are not. It's not who we are. We're something much grander, but yet at the same time, relatively insignificant. And so it's been my experience that understanding the how I fit in this life that's living through me, this spirit that's living through me, is that I get a sense of a tremendous gratitude in not having figured it all out, knowing that in each moment I'm led to do certain actions, and I can watch the effects of those actions. Do they create a spaciousness and a sense of connectedness, or do they isolate me and have create some aggression or competitiveness? And when I truly understand how most of what I do has an impact on myself and indirectly others, I begin to really have a sense of humility, that I recognize that who I am and what I am on the very smaller level is a ever changing dynamic process. Some of my quirks and things that I think about have all been influenced by the people that I've come in contact with over my life, the situations of my life, the world around me. We went for a beautiful walk this morning, and the gifts of the outdoors right now are quite generous, and they contribute greatly to a sense of well-being, a sense of connectedness, a sense of feeling in the flow of life that's changing, dynamic, and creative. And basically, very little control over that. But there is a sense of benevolence and a sense of commonality, I would say. Commonality with all life forms, that we all seek to live and create and reach and grow. None of us are different on those levels. And recognizing those places of commonality, the things that we share as being a living life form, in one sense, leads me to a state of humility. So I try to adopt the mind of not knowing, of allowing things to reveal themselves to me, relationships to open up and reveal. Because when I think I know, it's when the trouble starts. So, best to not know. I would love to remain teachable. I am often amazed at the gifts when I can get out of my own way. And truly from a deep place of the heart saying, help me to understand. And that's my take on humility this morning. I'd love to hear from you all. And if you have anything to say, post a question or anything, we can figure out how to do it. That'd be cool. And if I don't see anything coming up on the little screen to my right, I will say, have a beautiful day, my friends. And I am deeply, deeply grateful for this floating community. I have done very little of it my own. You guys have helped me get outside and you've helped me to sit on my cushion each day. And I greatly appreciate that because it has really changed my life. So go out there and live, my friends.